Hey guys. Funny, every time I open one of these blogs, I start with some sort of exclamation or yell or huge sigh. Tonight was my first night out, like dressed up, heels on, to go see the Beltway DC Slam Team feature at Busboys and Poets on 5th and K. And it was nice to be out. I read, and I told people about the RUHCUS project, and I told people about The Body Is Not an Apology, and I just had a really good time. So guess what you guys are looking at right now? That's my living room behind me. Isn't it cute? So tonight was the first night that I went out, and I felt really good. I'm super glad I did it. It was awesome. And I liked being made up and all that good stuff, and I felt, as usual, I felt really supported in my decision to take off the head, and the air continues to feel good on it. Alright, so anyway, mostly what I wanted to do this evening is talk about how to start a ruckus. So many people have been jumping on board and been really excited, but saying this, it makes me want to do this, but I don't know where to start, Sonya. I don't know where to start. And so this is your how-to guide for creating a radically unapologetic healing challenge for us. So the first thing that you need to do to create a radically unapologetic healing challenge for us is to think about what it is that you need healing around. And so the way to get at that, the way that I get at that is what I suggest is doing a list of 4 things. The 4 things that cause you the most anxiety, pain, hurt, or sadness as it relates to your body when you think about it. Now remember that we are defining body in a really broad terms, because there are so many different ways in which body shows up. So it's not just talking about weight, although a lot of us have insecurity about our size, but sometimes our size is really just a symptom of an even deeper pain or hurt or trauma. For example, a friend of mine, Michelle Sewell, does a little video blog called Minute with Michelle, and in it this evening she talked about her weight being a direct response to molestation in her life. And so the trauma isn't the weight, the trauma isn't the 10 pounds. The trauma that that she needs radical unapologetic healing around is the belief that somehow she needed to shield herself, to make her body a shield against intruders. And so that's where the healing needed to come. The healing wasn't about her belly fat or any of those other things. And so when I encourage all of you to think about it really deeply, what is it that you need healing around? What hurts? What is traumatized? What makes you sad? What causes you great anxiety or fear when you think about it, speak it, remember it, or consider saying or doing it? Those are the things you want to focus on. Once you have come up with what that is, so what I say is first write down a list of things, and then sort of try to rank them. Which ones are the most important? My philosophy is the one that scares you the most is the one you should do, but that's because I go hard. I got a bald head. But that's what I say. I feel like that's the way you should manage that. But if you decide not to manage it that way, then what I would say is just go with the one that you feel like you can actually do. And a ruckus is not a one-time shot. You can do it multiple times. You can do a new ruckus every year. You can continue to do ruckuses as you cross off things on your list that you have trauma around. So once you've decided what that thing is that you want to create radical healing around, then the next thing you do is you figure out an activity that will get you there. One of the things that I think is really important about a ruckus is that so much of our shame is about secrecy. It's about not wanting to show people, not wanting people to know because you're afraid of being judged, we're afraid of being talked about, we're afraid that people won't like us, won't want us, won't find us desirable, whatever it is. But it's always some external reaction to who we are that we fear. And the thing about a ruckus is that it is designed to push you into that place of discomfort and fear around external judgment to obliterate its hold on you and to highlight its falsehood. So what happens is you do something real. What I believe personally with a ruckus is that you do something really public and really that engages the people that that we're taught to be afraid of, and they work to show us what it is that we really need to see, and they work in community as healing partners to us. And so they dismantle the belief that somehow people will judge us or hurt us. I always tell people to start and think about what you can do that's public, right? Or that is, so for example, in my ruckus, my public portion is my video blogs. The fact that I am getting online and sharing with the world this process. The other part of my process that is public is the fact that I have to actually exist in public with my bald head. So that's the public portion of it. So there's many steps to get to that. One of the things that I think is important in a ruckus is something ceremonial, something that that you do with people, that invites people to affirm the things that are positive and beautiful about you, and to help you cut away the things that are painful or trauma or hurt. So, step one, create a list. Figure out what it is that causes you the most pain, trauma, anxiety. Step two, pick one of those things from the list and create a ceremony, some sort of ceremony or something, some activity, some action step that is going to give you an immediate impact. So for me, my immediate impact was having people over to my house, people that I loved deeply, and having them cut my hair off my head. And then when they cut the hair off my head, they said, they cut it and they spoke over my head what it was that they were removing from me and from my life when they cut it. And then they put their hand on the top of my head where they had cut hair, and they spoke what they wanted to replace in that fertile ground. So that sort of affirmation ceremony was vital in giving me the strength to be able to do the rest of these 30 days. Had I not felt really held and cared for in that moment, I may not have had the strength to do it.